question. At the beginning of your speech, you mentioned springtime and the Passion Week. Could you tell us exactly what is Passion Week?
Well, that's a good question because a lot of times when people hear Passion Week, they think Fashion Week, but they're two very different things. Passion Week is also called Holy Week, and it takes place between Palm Sunday and Resurrection Sunday, which is Easter. And during that week, Christians commemorate the last events of Jesus' life leading up to his crucifixion.
Cool. Can anyone participate in the Passover Seder, or do you have to be Jewish or Christian to participate?
So, Passover is a Jewish holiday. However, the Lord's Supper is incorporated into it. And because of that, it's really only reserved for Christians who believe in Jesus Christ, because communion is about the new covenant. It represents Jesus' broken body and his blood that was shed on the cross. So it's very important to make sure you're a believer. In 1 Corinthians 11, it talks about how you really need to observe yourself, examine yourself, because if you take communion in an unworthy manner, it says that you're drinking upon your self-judgment. And so you really want to be sure that you have faith and salvation in Jesus Christ.
Last question. In your speech, you weren't able to talk more about the elements of a Seder meal, but I'm just wondering how many elements of the Seder are there?
It's a great question. On the actual Seder plate, there's a total of 6 elements, and together they kind of seem like a strange assortment of items. You've got parsley, which you dip into salt water and then you eat it. There's also horseradish that when you bite into it brings tears to your eyes. There's also a roasted egg and the shank bone of a lamb. So kind of strange items, but each of them symbolize and signify something relating to the exodus of the Hebrew people out of Egypt.
Very interesting. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer and explain.